नहीं चल रहा है क्यों?
Good afternoon, everybody. Everybody is awake?
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
If you're not awake, please have a tea again. So this presentation actually wasn't supposed to be in the beginning because I knew that afterwards people get drowsy after the lunch, and but the organizer is a very enthusiastic people, and they wanted to have the dance performance before my presentation. So this is actually a presentation. How many people have visited the Buddhist site in their lifetime? And which are those places we have visited? Ajanta, Ellora, Elephanta, Canary Caves, Bodh Gaya. Right. But today I'm talking about Sopara. Sopara, I think you might have heard or not heard, I'm not sure. But the people who are living in Bombay.
Nala Sopara?
This is the Nala Sopara place. Original name is Sopara. And there are various names in Suparak and all other things. So here actually we stay in Bhayandar, in the western suburb of Mumbai. And this is just 3 stations away from my place. And till now, by reading a book, actually I didn't know about myself. Like this is also one of the place of Buddhist culture, heritage. And that's the reason I took this topic to show that, okay, you should be aware of, go to the next one. Yeah, so this is actually a presentation where actually I try to keep it as concise as possible. And these are the various topics which I am going to cover. What is the purpose of this presentation? What are the trade routes and Buddhism? Trade routes and Maharashtra Buddhist caves. Sopara, the location, ancient times, international port center and trade center, ancient trade route and Buddhist caves in Maharashtra, and past history, Sopara Stupa, inside the Sopara Stupa, Buddhism in Maharashtra and Buddha in Sopa. So that is the last topic. You should wait till then. The second last Buddha in Sopara. So this is the purpose. Actually, I told that in the beginning that how many people have visited various places, and you said that various names of the Buddhist pilgrimage places. What is the purpose of this? Is actually we should know our culture. We should protect the heritage, and how we can protect the heritage by actually encouraging people, donations, awareness. These are the various things which we have to do.
झालं
So what we have to do is share this knowledge to our next generation and get some lesson learned from it. So what are the things over here? You may be surprised to know that what are the various things which are happening in Sopara itself. So we will start with the trade route. Buddhist monks and Buddhist nuns and traders, these are the people who actually spread Buddhism in Maharashtra and various parts of India. The trader used to travel from various Avanti, Deccan Plateau, Paitan, Bharuch, Ujjain, these are the various places. And these traders actually, while traveling, they donated the monies during the route. Actually it's called a silk route. Actually Buddhist route, this is called a silk route, and they actually study the teaching, the meditation, the residence of all the people during that lifetime. So when you go to the various caves, these has a different keep it on. What is it?
बॅटरी गेली
So on the path of Sopara, so this is the actually various path. If you see that on the path, this is the fifth bullet I'm talking about. Andheri, Thane, Kalyan, Borghat, Savaghat, Nane Ghat. These were the caves actually which are built on this. And Canary Caves, Mahakali Caves, Karle, Bhaje, Kondane, Pale, Bedsa, Shelarwadi, Palu Sonal, and Junior. So these are the various actually paths where these caves were built on. And Nane Ghat is also one of the place. And this was the one place, Nane Ghat. We might have gone actually, Malshed Ghat and Nane Ghat. People nearby Pune and Mumbai, they visit in the monsoon season. And you'll surprised to know that there was one place, Nane Ghat, where they used to collect the toll booth. During that 2000 years ago. You can believe that. So Nane means toll. Nane means the coin. So Nane Ghat, that's why it is called Nane Ghat. Next. So these are the various places like you see from here, Elephanta, Patalkota, Ellora, Aurangabad. These are the various places, and here also Kolhapur also. These are the various places where we have these caves in Maharashtra. Next one. It is not. Actually, there's a battery. Go to the next. So this was the actually Nane Ghat. You see the beautiful place, how these people are traveling from here, walking from here. So people, olden days, they used to travel from here. And currently now, actually in the monsoon season, all the youngsters, they go from here to, for enjoying themselves. Next one. There is the Nane Ghat, another picture. So you can see, these are all the pictures are during the monsoon season. Next one. This is the Malshed Ghat. This is very famous ghat actually. People go over here, a lot of trekking and all this thing they do. Next one. And this is the Bor Ghat. You see that place where the train and everything is going on. So these are the various places. So this is why people used to choose these ghats, because these are the shortest distance to travel rather from the road. So this from the mountains, they use the shortest path. And if you see this is the Sopara location. Where is the Sopara location? So this is the actually Kalaba in Mumbai. If you go, this is the western line, and that is the Virar and Vasai Dahisar. So it is a straight line in for the Western Railway, and then this is the another line which goes on central line, which goes to Thane, Mulund, Kalyan, and Panvel. This is the way. But Sopara is the place over here, somewhere here. So this is the place which we are going to talk about. Next one. So Sopara, ancient name was, as you know that India or Bharat, it was called as the Jambudvip. And we were very, very famous. A lot of people used to call it Jambudvip only. Bharat name came afterwards. And the Western Maharashtra was called as Aparant. Maharashtra name also came after a long time, but it was called as Aparant. And Nala Sopara is the place. These are the various names, as I said in the beginning. It was called as Surparayan, Supare, Suparapattam, Suparaka. These are the various places. And these are the foreign visitors which we visited during that time. So Ptolemine, this is on during 150 BC. Sopara, it was, they referred to it as a Sopara. Periplus in 247, it's called as the Opura, Cosmos. These are the various names of the people. And they called as Sibur. Masudi in 1915 is called Subara. Al Beruni in 1013 Suwara, and Al Idrisi in 1153. So these are the various years when these people visited Sopara. So it was actually, Sopara was the capital of Western Maharashtra, that is Soparan. And the trade between Arabia, Africa, Persia, Rome, Egypt, Mesopotamia, it is called Iraq now, Babylon, Cochin, this is what the sea route they followed. And what they used to do? They used to follow the export from India, the gold ornaments, pearl, ivory, animal skins, sandalwood, cotton, and betel nuts. These are the various things they used to export from India. And import, that was a brass, lead, iron, instrument, utensils, statues, and wine, of course. There are other nearby ports also like Chaul, Nane, Kalyan, Garapuri and Sanjan. So these are the nearby places. But we are talking about Sopara only. So this was a trade culture actually happening during that time. And Sopara was a big state, not state, but it's a capital city where all these traders used to come, reside, the monks used to reside over there. This is the all sea route which is called about here. So from here, India, the Arabian Sea till Egypt, Tanzania, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, all this trade they used to follow. So let us talk about the past history. So this was the trade which we talked about. So when Buddha's Mahaparinirvana in 483 BC at Kushinagar happened, so Buddha's ashes were divided into 8 parts, you know that during that time. And there was a Brahmin, his name was Drona. So there was actually a lot of fight among the kings that who will take the ashes of Buddha. So he said, so everybody were about to fight over that, but Drona gave a good solution for that problem. So he said that let us divide. There were 8 kings who said that we wanted the ashes and take it away. So he prepared that eight different parts of the ashes, and the stupa was built on that ashes. So the Maurya built stupa on Buddha ashes, and all the 7 things they were taken at different places: Kapilvastu, Rajgrah, Vaishali, Akalpat, Ramgram, Veddim, and Pavanagar and Kushinagar. So these are the 8 places stored there. And Drona actually himself, he took Buddha on the Buddha bowl. So he took the bowl of Buddha, and then on that he built a stupa. And Maurya built stupa on the Buddha ashes. So this was the ashes. These stupas were built during that time, and after that 200 years, Ashoka actually collected all this together. So what has happened during that time? A lot of Buddhism has spread here and there, all across India. And after that 200, Ashoka, he decided why you keep at 8 places only. So he collected all the ashes from all the places. He collected from the 7 places. The 8th place, which was at Kapilvastu, they didn't allow to take the ashes from that. So he took out that 200. He took out that all the 7 stupas and ejected 84,000. 84,000 stupas he built on the ashes of Buddha. So he actually put it into 7 cups, different cups, and on that the stupas were built. So out of these 5 ashes, the 5 cups were sent to Maharashtra. This is a reference if you see in Winsang, who was a Chinese traveler. He actually referred these things. So 5 cups were taken to Maharashtra. And in Maharashtra, the stupas were built at Sopara, Pavani, that is in Bhandara, Kaneri, Tagar and Kolhapur. So these are the 5 places where the stupas were built. So this actually is a reference from this book called Sopara Bauddha Sanskrutiche Kendra, written by Shivaji Sonamne. So currently the stupa place, it looks like that, and it was like this. So the stupa which was built over here in Sopara, it was like this. But after so many things happened during these 2000 years, and nobody looked after that. And what happened to that? The trade center which was in Sopara. So a lot of things, Satavahanas, Mauryas and all these things were there. After that, as you know that nothing is stable. So all this port actually, they developed so much mud and all this thing over there. And because of that, the trade was stopped from that places. Once the trade stopped, the importance of the city became less. And all this, nobody was looking after the stupas and all. So it becomes like ruins. So who built this stupa? So who are the person who actually built this stupa in Sopara? So there was the king Satavahana. He built the stupa 3 years before Christ. So it was just not a stupa, but it's a Buddhist complex and a monastic pilgrimage. So these are all the devotional practices, accommodation, monks are used to be living over there during that time. Now what actually is the little bit more history about the Sopara Stupa. So Soparas, currently the local people who are there, they called it as the fort of King Burud. You know what is the meaning of Burud? The Burud are the people who actually, from the bamboo sticks, they prepare that topi, you call that in the language. So it's called a Burud. But it is just all like Buddhist thing, Buddhist heritage places are called different places after so many years. Like in Mahad, if you see that there is a leni of Buddhism, and those people called it Pandav leni. No Pandavas were there, but it's called Pandav leni. So after some time, local people rename something, and that happens. So this is not a King Burud place, but it is a Buddha stupa. So it's a form of fruit. So in 1882, there was a Pandit of Bhavanlal Indrajit and Campbell. Campbell also one of the gazetteer. Actually, he was a gazetteer of Royal Asiatic Society of Thane. And the more importance given to Bhavanlal Indrajit. So he studied. He was from Gujarat. He excavated all these places over there in Sopara, and he found the stupa was 68-meter diameter, 250 feet circumference, and the height of 40 feet approximately. He actually dig out over there, excavation was done, and then he found out. Though there are ruins, but he could estimate what to be there. And these bricks were actually like 11 by 9 by 3 and 8.5. Big like this much inches bricks were there. And also, you can see that Wakal mountain is there. There is also a reference of this stupa. So there are other things also they found, that is the relics, Satvana coin, bronze images, and all these things they were found during 2nd century to 8th and 9th century. So he found out that. But actually now, see, this is the image. I could not get a bigger image than this, but it is from the book itself. It looks like that. These are the current things which you look into. And inside that, yes. So inside the stupa, when he dig out all these things, he found that the stupa is there. There was an internal chamber over there, and it has a circular coffer. A coffer is called like a stone built thing, and in that they found one a box over there. In that box there were 8 Buddha statues, small statues, and these were each of 4 to 5 inches. So there are 8 Buddha statues and a golden cup. There's a pieces of begging bowl and 10 gold flowers. So these are the things, and there is a silver coin of Gautamiputra Satkarni. Is the Satvana ruler who actually initially built this stupa. So this is the actually image of that. So if you see here, these are the Buddha statues over there, and this is the one of the box in that. All the gold coins and flowers were found. Like this. This is all this. If you open this, you found that golden, silver, all these things, flowers and all. And this actually, you can't see that images of that, but this is actually the whole, the picture of that statue, 8 statues which you found out. So this is the Maitreya Buddha, that is Shakyamuni, which we normally know Buddha as. And here in the Kashyap, and there is the Kuchkund, Vishwabhu, Shikhi and Vipshi. These are the various names of Buddha during that time. So these are the things, 8 images which they found, idols. And this is one of the golden leaf. This is the Buddha's image or card over there on the golden. So where are these objects now? So you can't go there, visit Nalasopara and see that. These are actually given to the Royal Asiatic Society of Mumbai. So this is actually heritage place where actually they preserve all the things and it is given over there. But you can see the ruins and all the machinery remains over there, the archaeological protection. So it is a lot of people have become more aware of Buddhism, and then they urge to the government of Maharashtra to have that declare that as a heritage place, and it is protected by the government of Maharashtra right now. Now this was about the Sopara. We'll talk about how Buddhism in Maharashtra came. So there is a reference in Sutta Pitaka, a Buddha book, like Tripitaka, a reference of Buddhism during the period of Buddha. So there was a king Prasenjit of Kosala and religious Purohit who has a son called Bavari. Now this Bavari was living in the Godavari state and he had 16 disciples who were living over there. So there was one Brahmin who came there and he performed some yajna. So after performing that yajna, he asked for the donation. Bavari could not give the donation. So he gave a curse to him that within 7 days, your head will split into 7 pieces. So he was very much scared. And he said, what is the meaning of this curse? So what he did is he sent his 16 disciples to meet Buddha. So those people actually, they travel, see how long they travel from. They travel from Paitan, Maheshmati, Bhopal, Vidisha, Pavanagar, Kosambi, Setwaha, Kapilvastu, Kushinara, Pava, Bhavanagar, Vaishali, Magadpur to Rajgir in Bihar. So this much they travel actually. So that is a reference actually. It is not like how they travel, just namesake, but there is a reference of this in the book. And they met Buddha in the prayer hall, and Buddha, they asked this question. So we have come from all the way from Brahman, and the Brahmin has given a curse to us that our head will split up into 7 pieces. So what is the meaning of that? So Buddha told that illiteracy is the head of the head, and Shraddha, Smriti, Samadhi, Kushal hobby, energetic pragya are one to split the head. So if you don't have that thing, your head will be split. So illiteracy is the main cause of the curse. So the disciple actually satisfied, they came to Dhamma Diksha and they came back again to Paitan. And they told Bavari that this is the thing which Buddha has told, Buddha has given the meaning. So he was also satisfied. And Bavari actually built a vihara and started spreading Buddhism. And Nanded was the central place of the residence of Bavari. And this way actually in the Maharashtra, the Buddhism started spreading. This is one of the things. Now this is the topic which is maybe a controversial or I'm not sure about that thing, but the reference is given in the Ther Gatha. Ther Gatha is like a short poem, Arahat Purna. So here actually written over there, description over there. So in this Sopara, one of the merchants called Purna, who went to Shravasti to trade. So his Purna went to Shravasti, and one day he actually visited, he was very much curious to know about how Buddha, he had heard about what Buddha was talking about. So he went to the meditation hall, the Dhamma hall they call, and he listened to Buddha. He was very much convinced about Buddha's talk, the teaching of Buddha, and he was very much obliged to that, and he converted, he took the Diksha and became, he accepted Buddhism. And when he came back to Aparant, that is in Maharashtra, he started preaching back again Buddhism, and he built a big vihara of sandalwood, and he invited Buddha to inaugurate that. So just imagine during that time, he built a sandalwood stupa and invited Buddha for this thing. inauguration. So Buddha visited Sopara during that time with the 500 bhikkhus. He came there, he visited there, and then he taught Buddhism. And there was some Naga kings actually, Nagaraj, Krishna, Gautam, Saukarni, and other people. So he taught them also, and they also converted to Buddhism. So this way actually, I remember us. Purna actually said that, okay, can you please give me your begging ball as a remembrance that Buddha has visited over here. So Buddha gave that thing. So that begging ball actually was, they say that the begging ball, the pieces of the begging ball which was found in the stupa, it belonged to Buddha. That is one of the things that they see. And also in the Sopara, Sangamitra, Sangamitra actually went into Sri Lanka to spread Buddhism. She was the daughter of Ashoka. And she, with the 6 bhikkhuni on the way to Sri Lanka, she visited these stupas. And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar also visited this Vihar on 6th May 1955 under Buddha Purnima. And he taught the importance of Buddhism, why we are actually going to convert Buddhism, and what is the importance of Buddhism to the people. So this book actually, this is a reference from the book Buddha Charitra of Ashok Ghosh and Papanch Shula and Satya Pakrini. So these are the various books which the reference of all these things has been given over there. So you have to read and then see whether you believe that. Because during the year actually when it has happened and when Buddha visited over there, sometimes there is a time difference we found out over there. The author also is not sure about whether Buddha visited there, but the reference when he found out that these are the 3 places, so you have to do more research to see and check that whether they really Buddha has visited over there at Sopara. So what next? So we actually just talk about a lot of things. This is there, but it is our culture, it is our heritage, and we have to see that we take from this, we read so a lot of books, you try to visit the places, try to understand the importance of the places, admire those things, and this culture actually, if it was it has happened in the US, you could have seen the same thing intact at this moment also. But there are, that certain things have happened, like the invasion in India, like Muslims, the Hindus, all these things happened, and all these libraries of Takshashila and other things, and the 84,000 stupas which were there built by Ashoka was actually dismantled and abolished. Whatever things we found, they were in the ruins. When you dig out anywhere, you found Buddha, you found stupas. Our responsibility is that, we have to visit these places, tell the people, tell our generation that these are the things, how big heritage we had carrying over, and how we should help them now to grow. There are a lot of people in India who actually do visit, make a tourist work as a tourist guide and take to the various places. So we have to encourage them, help them whenever you visit India. You should at least make a point to visit those places and be proud about our old culture. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Tanaji sir. It was a great presentation. We learned a lot from that. So we have 2 more performances here. One is speech, and one is Odissi traditional dance performance. So we are going to do Odissi dance performance first, and then we will head on to the last speech of today.